If you're a 13 to 24-year-old footballer, please watch this video. There is a reason 99% of players never make it, and it's because your ability to stand out is limited by this pyramid. And I call it the performance stack. Now, football operates in this funnel, this pyramid-looking thing. At the very top of the funnel is injury. If you're injured, it doesn't matter how good you are technically, it doesn't matter how fit you are, how good your decision making is. If you can't even show up to the field, you won't be able to play. Secondary to that is fitness. It doesn't matter how good your decision making is. It doesn't matter how good of a passer or shooter or crosser you are. If you fatigue after a few minutes, then all of those skill sets completely fall down. And the tier below that is decision making, because it doesn't matter how technical you are and how good you are on the ball. If you can't make the right decisions and execute the right pass, then your entire game falls apart. And then we can keep going all the way down the chain. This video is going to focus specifically on fitness because I think a lot of footballers get this wrong and it actually affects them in the long run. So the best way to get fit in football is to play football. That's the best way. Okay, it's not running, it's not going on 5Ks, it's not doing high intensity interval sprints, it's not anything else but simply playing football. There's a sports science principle called SAID, S-A-I-D. It stands for specific adaptation to impose demand. So your body will adapt to the specific demands that you put on it. And that principle explains how the specific action you do to build fitness, to build endurance, needs to be the action you're gonna do when you're gonna use it. So playing football. You're gonna use it playing football, so you might as well build it playing football, small-sided games, or even 11v11s as well. And another big thing as well is that when you're playing football, okay, this cardiovascular endurance that you've built, doing the 5Ks, doing any of the running as well, when you're playing football, the demands are different, right? You have to make decisions at speed. You have to execute an action, a shot, a pass, a cross, whatever it may be. Under fatigue, your muscles actually have their own endurance, because muscular endurance, like different than cardiovascular endurance, right? And then you also have to be able to think decisively. You have to be able to think fast. You have to be able to think effectively. So you have to manage all of the pressure of the game. There's so many moving parts alongside actually just being fit in general that affect your ability to play. So when you play football, not only are you actually working on your fitness, but you're training all these other game realistic aspects that come when you play football. So the logic follows, okay, I'm gonna use all of these things in an actual game. So why not actually train my fitness in a way that uses all of these things at the same time? And especially as footballers as well, we're so limited in our ability to train. We can only train a few hours a day, right? So if you only have a few hours a day to train, why not train in a way that trains literally all aspects of your game, including your cardiovascular health, including your actual, like your endurance? There's an incredibly famous MMA coach. His name is Firas Zahabi, okay? He trained George St. Pierre, which is one of the greatest UFC fighters of all time. I'm gonna play a clip of him speaking on Joe Rogan podcast that speaks about how to build endurance the right way.
Whatever you impose on your body, that's what your body's gonna give you back. It's gonna adapt to. Okay, so if I want to increase my grappling cardio and I do more boxing, it's not gonna increase my grappling cardio. Okay, so take a guy who's really seasoned in boxing and then grapple with him, he's gonna be burned out, he's gonna be tired. And then take a grappler, a really seasoned grappler, and make him do a couple of rounds of boxing, he's gonna be really tired. Okay, so their cardios are both good, but they're built for something else. So your body's gonna adapt specifically to what you make it do. So if you want more cardio for grappling, you would grapple more. If you want more cardio for boxing, you would box more. If you want more cardio for sparring, you said sparring was very vague, spar more. Specifically, whatever you want cardio for, that's what you should try and implement. Okay, that's one of the keys to increasing cardio.
As you can see, the body is gonna adapt to the exact demands that you give it. And even, actually, you know what? I'll read another quote to you. Jose Mourinho, okay? Jose Mourinho said, "A great pianist doesn't run around the piano or do push-ups with his fingers. To be great, he plays the piano. Being a footballer is not about running, push-ups, or physical work generally. The best way to be a great footballer is to play." Jose Mourinho himself said it. So I think there's a time and place for high intensity training, whether you coming back from injury or you actually do need the load to get your body up to 100%. But that is in a very small context. That is 5% of the time. 95% of the time, play small-sided games, play normal games. That is how you build your endurance. And also, if you notice, a lot of youth players as well, when they don't have a preseason, they're unfit in the beginning of the season. And then as the season goes on, they get fit. I mean, that's what happened to me. I never had a preseason growing up, but I literally just got in shape after 5, 6, 7 games of playing football. And it's crazy how fast the body adapts. So if you want to reduce injury because you don't have as much load, if you want to improve your ability to play, improve your ability to make decisions under fatigue and execute certain actions under fatigue, and all these fantastic things that come, and actually get more out for the time that you put in, for the fatigue and the taxing you're putting on your body, then play football to gain fitness versus going on 5Ks or doing these high intensity sprint training. My name is Alp. I play semi-professional football in Toronto. If you got any value from this video, then subscribe.